Hello, morning fam. It's Kyle, Brian, and Sarah. Welcome to Monday. It's funny. I feel like a lot of us are as superstitious as the athletes are when it comes to watching our favorite teams play. One of our coworkers, Mike, is from New York, and he is a huge Mets fan. And they've had themselves a couple weeks. They made the playoffs. They had a ninth inning win a couple days ago to move on to the next round. Sadly, they lost last night against the Phillies. But we were talking on Friday about some of these superstitions that he has when it comes to watching his Mets. And I'll let you explain it, Mike. Mike, welcome, and I'm sorry about your Mets last night in Game 2 against the Philadelphia Phillies, my friend.
It's all good, Kyle. Thank you. I appreciate your sympathy, and I appreciate the fact that you've jumped on the bandwagon and you're minimally rooting for us. So I
minimally rooting for us.
Just know I'll send you a couple texts just to know you, just to let you know I'm there, Mike. Okay, but please, do any of you have a weird superstition when it comes to whatever? In this moment, it's about your favorite team. Maybe Wolfpack fans out there have one.
And for whatever reason,
yes,
baseball, because I used to play baseball growing up, but baseball in particular brings out the most superstitious side.
I would say
in
that's
all
probably
of us.
true, because like in that movie Major League, the whole thing with the chicken.
Sacrifice the chicken.
Yeah.
And when I was playing, like I would never step on the foul line when I would, run onto the field.
Oh, really?
So, Mike, what happened last week? Mets had taken the lead. Describe that moment and what happened with you and your wife in that particular situation.
Yeah, so it was on Thursday night. It was a little bit past 9 o'clock, so my wife had brought my daughter upstairs. She's 4 years old, and was trying to get her to sleep. And the Mets were down by one run in the top of the ninth, their season on the line, about to be eliminated, when Pete Alonso hit a 3-run home run to give them the lead. Unexpected, and the amount of jubilation in my body that I wanted to release that I couldn't release because I had a 4-year-old that I knew just fell asleep. And as you both know, and Sarah I'm sure knows from back in the day, when you get that kid to sleep, you got to keep him asleep because sometimes it's an ordeal. It takes about an hour and a half, right, the whole routine.
Yeah.
So I knew I could not mess that up for my wife, as happy as I was. So I let out my big yell, calmed down, got back in my lucky seat because I have to be in my chair for the game. Otherwise, but as the inning went on and as the time went on, I realized my wife wasn't coming downstairs. And I'm like, well, I'm sure Victoria's sleeping by now. I don't know what's going on. Mets go on. They win the game. I let out a big fist pump, high five myself because now I'm all alone. And I hear her, my wife, run down the stairs. And she says, listen, I know how you are. I sat at the top of the stairs and listened because I knew if I came down here and the Mets gave up the lead, you would have blamed me immediately.
You know what that is? That is love, is what that is.
I mean,
she knows her man.
True love. She knows me. And I told her, I said, listen, I might have blamed you in the moment. I might not have meant it. I absolutely would have turned to her and looked at her. She knows because it's happened a million times, whether it's the Mets, the Giants, whatever sport I'm watching that I'm rooting for, and something happens and I just give her the look. Usually
there's a look.
How dare you?
They have the look that they give us when we know we're doing something wrong. But when it comes to sports, I have the look, and I just kind of shoot it over. And she knows.
The thing is, I think the three of us have also all gotten a look from you at one point in the last 8 years. I think we all know that look, Mike. What's going on with that?
It's universal. It's a love. It's a look of love.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
It's that look that says, why I oughta.
How dare
His
you
wife knew not to come
That is
downstairs
awesome.
because they had taken the lead.
That is awesome.
That is great.
Mike, search within your heart of hearts. Better moment, the birth of your daughter or that Pete Alonso homer that you've been waiting on for, so long?
Oh, man. Are we live on the air? I don't know if I can give the honest answer.
Come on, we're live. You tell everyone that you value the Mets over your daughter.
Just go ahead and say the Pete Alonso home run,
we
Mike.
know
It's
the
fine.
truth.
We
It's
know.
okay.
We know.
Let's just say if I would have had my daughter before my dog's name is Shay after the Mets old stadium, my daughter would have been named Shay. But because we got the dog first, I couldn't have them both. So.
Thank you, Mike. We'll see you soon.
Oh, you're amazing.
Can't wait till we get that look from you later today for doing something wrong.
Fault.
Yeah. Great story. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. A huge Mets fan. It's fun to talk to him, especially with the playoffs going